So I'm like, yo, I just met Drake.
And then all these people want to flock to you, but who is there to stay after?
Lil Uzi was calling my phone for a minute, you know.
We're blinded by money.
Yeah.
The world is created around money.
One little thing, you getting scrutinized by the whole world.
If I can do it, if I can handle it, there's no need for me to reach out to anybody else, including God.
People pray and expect a miracle to come out the air. I remember I seen Lil Durk give Rare $10,000 for his birthday.
What was being on stream like with
Kai
with
CENAT.
Kai? All right, today we got a very special guest, Philadelphia native. He was a member of Too Humpy with Philadelphia rapper Too Rare and streamer Raw G's. He ran the Jersey Club TikTok challenges, inventing the lead dance, and was king of the dance loops. He was a multiple popular viral song creator on TikTok and more platforms, and he has over 1.5 million followers across 3 TikTok accounts. He has been on stream with Kai CENAT and recently gave his life to Christ. Continue telling us about Too Humpy, how you started.
So yeah, basically, you know, the Philly Goats, we all met, and then Too Rare reached out to my friend, and he reached out to my friend. It was gonna be me, Rare, and Wuda all going to Atlanta, and then that's when I think the Dice called, and once Dice called, Spence called it, and Brill came along. So it now became Sue, Dice, Spence, and Brill, me, Rare, Wuda, and then his girlfriend Lena at the time. We all took a trip to Atlanta. It was supposed to be a day trip. Ended up staying there for a week. The problem was, okay, now we all just linked up. We're in Atlanta, and we're just doing dumb stuff on TikTok. But it's just going viral. I'm talking about Wuda page going viral, my page going viral, Rare, Spence, Philly Goes, Brill, everybody's going viral. Because that's when Brill came up with the hips. I forgot. Brill did a little hip dance, and that's when kind of everything kind of went through the roof. And then once that, we did it again in Houston. So I'm like, oh, bro, we just linked up, went to Atlanta. Okay, that's bad. We collabing. That's lit. Went to Houston, did the same thing. Everything went viral. That's when I'm like, all right, have him come to the crib. And then that's when you probably see all those videos of us dancing in that living room of that crib. But that was the crib me and Wuda was living at. It was really Wuda uncle's crib, but he was letting us stay there. And we just paying whatever we paid to stay there. So it was just like, through that, that's kind of how we all linked up. What had happened was, it was only 2 rappers in the group. I forgot about somebody else, Lay Banks. She was a part of it too. So, Lay and Rare and the Philly Ghosts were the only rappers. Bro didn't start rapping.
Said Wuda?
No, Wuda,
No.
He was a YouTuber.
Okay.
Bro didn't start rapping, and I didn't start rapping. Then Rod reached out to me, and I said, slide through the crib. And that's when he linked up with everybody. And then Rod started coming along. And that's when the Humble guy came along. So once Humble reached out, the guy with all the clothes, now he got all of us going on the Humble tour to go to these schools. And we just promoting his clothing brand and all that stuff. So that happened. And during that, we realized on the Humble tours, it's like, yo, we just all thinking back. So we started looking back. But then that's when Ego started getting away. Lay signed her deal. Rare had a deal on the table. Philly Goats, I think, had a deal on the table. It was like, you know. Then that's when DJ Crazy came out of the blue. But that's when DJ Crazy reached out to me. And he reached out to Brill. And we started making music. And that's when Brill made his song, Get Humpy. And that's when it was just like, okay, Brill started popping off. Then I just had all the group songs. Like Beat It, Mobbin'. So,
Mom is my favorite. I listen to that sometimes.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's my first song I ever dropped. And it's just like, even then how that song got made, it was like, that was made by accident.
Really? So
it just like, yeah. So it just like, that's how the whole Too Humpy started happening. Like, I became a rapper by accident. I was around a bunch of rappers. And because I was around a bunch of rappers, you know, you're in the studio all the time. Eventually you're going to hop in the booth. I was decent enough where it led me somewhere in life. I didn't think I could ever be a rapper. I had 0 confidence at first. It was just like, I'm the type of person like, all right, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to give my all. So I just took a lot of time on myself to like, I'm putting myself in the studio until I get better, until I can like do my own style of music. I had to develop as an artist in my music. So all of that happened. I remember Lil Durk reached out to Rare. Drake flew us out to be in this music video. So I'm like, yo, I just met Drake.
That's when you
Said
guys were on the
Drake?
yacht, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drake. But it was like, yo, Drake flew us out to dance in his music video, the Sticky video. Meeting Drake, you would think I would like geeked out. I'm like, yo, this is Drake. Like, it didn't really hit me until after the fact. I'm like, yo, we was just partying with Drake, bro. Like, PJ Tucker was at the party. Well, I don't know, was that James Harden? I think I might have saw Future. I really saw like a lot of famous people. I'm like, yo, like PJ Tucker just signed to the Sixers back then too. So it was just like, yo, he coming to play for the Philadelphia Sixers. So it was like, man, bet. Everything was getting lit. Lil Durk reached out. I remember I seen Lil Durk give Rare $10,000 for his birthday and stuff like that. So
Oh, yeah, Lil Durk was hanging with Lil Bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
He brought him on the stage and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So it was just like all that stuff, bro, and just like, wow. Who would have thought dancing to Jersey Club music was going to take it to that level? And then what really happened was Lil Uzi reached out. Once Lil Uzi reached out, and it was like, okay, wow. It's like Lil Uzi was calling my phone for a minute, Uzi's an interesting character, but I don't really, I feel like he's Lil Uzi. So it's just like, I'm on this journey, and I'm in a place where I'm just like, I didn't expect this. It's not like I'm like everybody else who wanted to be a rapper, so I don't have a real goal with it. I'm having fun and I'm enjoying the moment. And I think I just like, man, I'm just going to get the most I can get out of it. I was chasing money. I'll be honest with you. I was just chasing money. I'm like, shoot, I'm a rapper now. I'm like, okay, I'm about to be lit. Like, I'm about to work hard till I sign a crazy deal or something like most rappers you see do. Then I got to the business side. I'm like, oh, it's a more of who you know and then what you bring to the table to get that money. So that's something I learned as well. And then just it's a lot of lessons I learned in 3 years of me making music. And reason why I'll say I'm not cool with all of them now, I'm not even gonna say it's not, because me and Rod are actually cool. Like, me and Rod, it ain't like how it used to be, but at the same time, it's like, when I was in LA, I started going through a phase where me being Brock, it wasn't just like for what people know now. It's like, I was Brock since 16. My real name's Elijah. So growing up, everybody knew me as Eli. I started going by my last name because when I went to high school out here in Roman Catholic, the kids on the soccer team called me by my last name. My nickname was Brock on the team. I played varsity for Roman Catholic soccer team. So it was like, they call me Brock. So when I got on the internet, I just like 1X Brock. I started going by Brock. And it's like, for me, it became an image, an ego to live up to. And basically, I was in that phase for about 8-9 years, up until recently, where I'm just like, I gave my life to God, and I don't want to be Brock anymore. I kind of want to be myself. It's like living up to this image, to just trying to please people. It's like, I always say, being famous is like being in jail, but you're free. The reason why I say that is because you might not know me, but there's a lot of people who know me, so it's like, I might not be big as Drake now. Say if you Drake, that's even more eyes on you. It's like, you see what Drake went through with the Kendrick beef. It's like, one little thing, you getting scrutinized by the whole world. You make one human mistake, one thing, is like, oh, you can't do that because you're this. Like, you should, like, what? You got all that, this and that. You shouldn't be doing that. Not realizing Drake is no different than me and you. Drake is just have a bunch of people that knows him. So through the world, it looks like he's somebody. And he is, I guess, everybody like his music, so you can't not take that from him. But at the same time, he bleeds the same way I bleed. He can die the same way I can die. He is no different than me and you. And I think even with him, we all got our flaws and we all this and that. I'm just using him as an example because, he's probably one of the biggest stars I ever met. So I'm just using him as an example. But for me, on my scale, what I was going through, I'm like, I'm not even at that level yet. And I'm trying to get to that level, but I'm already dealing with this now. Mm-hmm. I'm like, if I go deeper, I might really lose myself. Like, that's why I started really going heavy on drugs to make music. It's like, the pressure of like, all right, I gotta find a hit song. I gotta do the hit song. It's like days where you like, I'm like, I don't want to get up and do nothing, but I gotta produce something. So you start relying on things when you can't get yourself up to get yourself up. And that's kind of where I was led to. And then even where I'm like, I remember one time I was like, bro, I just want to be with the bros. And I realized my bros don't even know me because I've been Brock for so long. It's like they expect me to live up to the image. Like even my bros around me that y'all see me with, I'm like, man, I can't really be myself. Like I really signed up to play this character for the rest of my life.
Right.
And that's what he was getting to me.
It's like you're hiding under a
That's
mask
interesting.
almost. But you're not. You weren't trying to.
Yeah.
You just didn't realize that you were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
That's crazy. I have like a question for you. After knowing that you, like, similar thing with Pedro, I don't really know much about your like backstory or where you came from, but my question is, do you, like somebody who's been in and out of the industry, have any advice for somebody who's actually just getting into the industry, like to you, to me, who literally about to release my first song and like I have no idea what to expect at all from, you know, the industry.
He's working on acting too. Tell him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, plug
too.
yourself a little bit, bro.
Acting has been like a thing for a while. Yeah. I'm in a little bit of TV and film acting. I'm currently like with a casting agency, and we're gonna do a showcase in front of like a couple casting agents that work with Lionsgate, Paramount Pictures, Netflix, and a couple things like that. So I got that going for me. But just recently, like the newer project has been, I've been boys with this artist, rapper. He's also a producer, and I had my debut feature come out like about a week and a half ago, and I'm gonna have my first full single, like I'm not just a feature on the song. It's gonna come out at the end of November. And all this, I've been acting and singing and acting on stage and things like that since the beginning of high school, but this music stuff is a whole different territory. And like I already figured out the whole process behind making the music and everything like that is a lot different than making art in a different way in acting and stuff. So I don't know, would you have like any kind of advice that you can give me as I'm just starting out in that industry?
Keep your morals. And what I mean by that is, you know, the whole stigma of selling your soul. It's not like, oh, you make a deal with the devil. No. It's when money opportunity comes in and you got you doing something that you normally wouldn't do, but you do it just because the price tag behind it. I would say when those opportunities comes, remind yourself and your morals of like, is the money that worth it for me to take, or should I stay down and just work hard for another opportunity? Because the truth is, it's a business. What I learned is it's a business. So the moment you start producing for these managers and stuff like that, is the moment they kind of go silent on you. So it's almost like you got to produce. And unless you bring in a big bag, like a big artist where, oh yeah, I can be lazy for a year and then wake up like I got a gig for $5 million. Unless you that level, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to put up with you being lazy for a year. They're not going to put up with you taking those breaks, your mental breaks, all that stuff. So it's like, always make sure you do things that you want to do in your space. And because it be game, like if you want to chase the money, bro, I ain't going to stop you chase it. If that's what you want to do, I can't tell you not to do it. I'm going to let you know it comes with a lot, though. It comes with a lot of putting maybe like, oh, I got to do this. I would have never did that, but I'm doing it because I know it's going to catapult me to the next level. Now, if you're one of those type of people, I met a lot of people like that. Living in LA, there's a lot of people like that. So
They're like willing to do what it takes, like even if
Yeah.
it's like something they normally wouldn't do.
yeah, and that's where you start chipping away at your soul and your morals, because then it's like, yeah, you know what you did, and the world might not know what you did, but you know what you did to get to that next level.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's where it slowly starts to break you down, and then you got people, and you know, you just gotta like, I would say, like, always keep your morals in check. Always put your morals first. Always be like, all money is not good money. But at the same time, it depends on what you're doing it for. If you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the love. If you're doing it for the love, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, I feel like if you're doing it for the love, you're doing it because you got a passion for it, not just for the fame. Like, you got a passion for acting. You got a passion for making music. Go ahead and pursue that. Always keep your passion first, because you never know. You keep your passion first, you might start something totally different new, just by being yourself and being consistent instead of trying to chase what the industry wants you to chase, because the industry is follow trends.
Yeah.
You know, when the Jersey Club popped off, all the big artists started popping off. Even now, it's like I still hear the little Jersey Club in certain songs, like the little bounce. I can hear the rhythm, like I can hear it in some songs. I'm like, okay, it's still. When people want to dance, what beat they use now? Jersey Club. When they want to make a dance song, they go to Jersey Club. So it's like that's something where every certain things, and then you got these new waves of this darker style of rap that's starting. This is just rap though, but it's just like everything's a trend.
Yeah.
So when you hot, they're gonna be on you. I'll be real with you. They're gonna soak you up. You're gonna have a lot of people, but it's like I always remember it's business. Like you're here because of what I can make you. I always realize that. Managers, I'm like, you get a percentage of everything. You only doing this because if I blow up, if I get $1 million and you got it, you get 20%, you get 20% of that million from me. So it's like you didn't do nothing. You just got an easy 20% just for connecting me and putting me in this room.
Yeah.
Even though I did all the work, but I had to kill myself or mentally studio 24 hours off of this, off of that, just to keep myself going to produce some songs. And it's like, all the songs good, you never know, because then it's tricky because it's art. So it's like, just because I like it don't mean the world gonna like it. So then it's like, man, you can start getting subconscious of yourself sometimes. I'm like, okay, I gotta really, really lock in. And then it's like, you got people who can put you in the room with songwriters and all that stuff, but it's like, even that's a price. So it's really just, it's business. Once you get in the industry, you look at it as business. You gotta look at yourself, what business do I want to do and what business do I want to partake in. I say acting is different than music, but it's
Yeah.
still the same.
People still say like I've heard professional actors tell me, like right when I started getting involved with this casting studio, one of the guys who was on the phone with me telling me, like in the beginning, before I was about to sign and take this on, he was like, protect yourself and don't lose yourself. So I guess protect yourself being, you know, don't say, he said, don't be afraid to say no. So, you know, because I could say yes to things that would either not align with my moral values and start chipping away at my soul, like you said, or I could honestly say yes to things that are straight up risky, that would put me in jeopardy career-wise or physically. So, I guess I can probably the same stuff applies with the music industry as well.
Yeah. Music industry is more just same thing, you know. Me being in a room with all these rappers, like being in LA and living in the Glow Gang house with Chief, like not directly with Chief Keefs because he had a different house, but everybody in the Glow Gang and around his homies, and then being able to go to the Glow Gang shop and just like pulling up, getting invited because my manager, he had this Sexy Red video shoot when they made that video shoot, and it's just like being in those rooms and nothing really bad happened. I can't say, I'm not gonna say no. Being around Sosa, he's probably one of the superstars. He's probably the most regular guy. He's from Chicago. He's just from the hood, and he just smokes all the time. Like I can't say nothing bad about him, but that for real. But being around other people, you make yourself like having conversations with other people, and it's like you really had to do a lot to get to that position. Like it wasn't your talent. It was like you was talented, but you chipped away at a lot of friendships. And you sacrificed a lot of friendships. You went against your morals a lot of times to get to that position. And me seeing that, it's like, wow, it's like, that's kind of what I went through. When I went to my hard times, ain't nobody hit me up. What I realized, though, when I'm successful and I got something going viral, there's a lot of people hitting my phone up. And that's what also eats at you, because you notice it. It's like, man, if I'm not doing nothing, nobody cares. It makes you feel like I always got to produce just to get some love or notice, recognition. And that's mentally takes a toll on a human. It's like, who genuinely cares about me? It's like, I was looking around like, are you my homie or you really just a business partner? And I'm like, if you a business partner, then I'm going to start moving with you a little differently because I treat my homies differently than a business partner.
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually crazy that you say that because I've experienced that, and it's the whole idea about like which came first, the business partnership or the friendship, and that has actually been like a hurdle that I got over, because I don't know, like I don't know, like that I forgot what I was gonna lead into that, but nah, I think I need to find a way. I don't know if you did this as well, but find a way to really determine and just originally give, like this is my friend. Like I'm going to work with my friend and we might, yell at each other about schedules every now and then like that. But at the bare minimum, they're always going to be my, you know? And I mean, even right now, some of us actually
Like,
go
you
through
saw us
that
when we were
today,
setting up, dude.
actually.
Crashing out on each other about
Yeah.
this and that and the other fucking thing.
Yeah. So, but I like how you said that though. Like it really does. I feel like that's scary to think about having, something go viral and you get all the attention and then all these people want to flock to you, but who is there to stay after? You know what I mean? Like that's scary, but the fact that you're able to get through that is awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of just life. Learned a lot in my year, so that's why even now, like, I kind of took a break. I'm gonna get back into making music. I always tell people I ain't stop making music. I'm like, at this point, after these chicks, I kind of prove I can make a song by myself. So it's like, if I get it, I just got to really lock in, master my own sound. I don't really need everybody else anymore. So it's just, people tell me they like my music. That's good enough for me. Now it's just on this run when I get back out there making my music is just like, everything that I learned from the first 2-3 years in it, I'm being way more wiser. I'm being like, okay, I'm not going to take it personal when you make a move and it's like, oh, you pick that person over me. I'm not going to, hey, it's business. You're a business partner. I'm not going to hold you to the standard of my friend, a friendship, because I know if I wasn't who I was, you wouldn't even care about me. You wouldn't recognize me. Now, there's people out there that I know it's like, Mia, you are genuinely cool. Like, it don't matter who I was. We just bond. And we just, like, we genuinely, like, yeah, that's my homie. You're funny. I'm funny. Like, gang, gang. I'm not going to sit there and hold you to the standards of a business partner. I'm not going to be like, oh, for me to be around you, you got to produce for me, give me this. I'm like, nah. It's just like, you're just there because you my homie, bro, and I trust you. And
Right.
in a place where there's a lot of people I can't trust, I need somebody I can trust. I need somebody like, hey, bro, you think I should do this? And it's like, I respect their opinion enough to like, I'm going to take heed to their advice because they know me and I know them. And I know they're not going to lead me and steer me wrong. So that's another thing. Keep somebody like that around in your journey, in your walk, going into the industry.
Like your right-hand man almost.
Yeah.
A rock, yeah.
Because they'll, I mean, if they're there to assist you, I mean, and they're not the ones in the spotlight like you might be or he was, they're going to be there to support you and check you on your morals.
Nah, that's facts. Like, yo, you doing something wrong? Like, nah, bro, you shouldn't do that. Even on my journey, I lost a lot of people like that. And that's why I was like, for me, I'm like, I lost a lot of people like that. It was like one person like, yo, bro, they never looked at me as Brock. They never called me Brock. They always called me Eli or Elijah. With that, having that person makes everything like a humbling. Because I'll be real with you. Say if you go viral, you can have all these people like loving you. It goes to your head. I don't care who you are. You're going to have a point in time where it's like, yeah, it feels good. It's confidence. Especially we got random girls ain't bad. And they just want to jump into bed with you. It's like that happens and all those things happen. Just like, it's real. You're human. You're probably going to do some things and you're probably going to have moments where you only live once, like it's YOLO. Like, I never experienced this before. I'm going to experience it. But it's also good to have that person like, hey, you're doing too much. Reel back in. Like, No, that's not true, bro. Like, had those person that remember those talks say, I'll never do this. So they can remind you, you said you'll never do this, so don't start doing it now.
I feel like I completely agree. I completely agree with that because like although I didn't have that person as like so I do acting, singing, and then like now music industry stuff. But before all that as well, another thing is photography and videography. And I got the opportunity. There was like this artist. He goes by Godly Bands.
Oh no, got
Godly
from
Bands.
Philly.
Yeah, from Philly. It wasn't.
Did I connect you with him?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, you did.
Yeah.
You did actually, yeah. It wasn't him.
So,
It was.
wait, real quick. He's Dollar Boys.
Yeah.
He's the CFO for the Dollar Boys.
Oh, snaps.
So
He's
like one of
pretty
the.
big. He's got like 15K on Instagram, or yeah, but he
He
knows
was. I don't know
like
if he currently is right now.
yeah, he there was somebody that he knew that he had connected me with. So not him exactly, but somebody he connected me with at this event, and he showed me like we were in the studio. He like freestyled a bunch, a little bit, and then after he got out of the booth, he was talking to me about like my photography and stuff. Because originally that was before I even stepped into the music industry. That was when I was still on cameras and stuff. So he was trying to get me to be his like entourage almost. He was like, "Yo, I can get you into this club, like awesome clubs that are like I've always wanted to go to, 21 and up, you know, crazy places, VIP sections, everything." And I wanted to say yes so bad, but then I just talked like before I took all his information, and I went home. And I talked to my parents and a couple of close friends. My parents were just like, they were just worried as usual, as parents would be. But then a couple close friends, they would entertain the idea, but also give me the pros and cons. And like, you know, not saying, you know, my friends would say this, they would be like, not saying this is the type of person he is or whatever, if he's wrapped into some dirty stuff. But let's say, you know, you're his entourage and blah, blah, blah. And you got somebody doing this over there on that table, this over there on that table. And you're supposed to be taking pictures of these people doing this stuff. You know, you don't know what that could get you into. And if they got bad connections with bad people and bad blood, they could, you know, something goes off, something pops off. You're going to just be caught right in the middle of it. Nobody cares that you're the cameraman. But look into these people that you're seriously going to work with, especially in these high, you know, crazy places like nightclubs that are like booming. Look into this stuff. And I didn't really know anything about the guy at all. So I wound up just turning it down, and I'm glad I did because I stayed up on like what he was posting and the type of stuff that he was posting. That I did not want to be the camera behind that, you know. So checking the people before you say yes and everything like that, that's something that I found that was like actually really important. And I needed somebody to give me that extra because I would have said yes. I swear if it was just me on that, I would have said yes. That sounded lit. That sounded awesome. But yeah, I'm going to definitely make sure that I always have like people to talk to about that stuff and just get an extra brain behind it.
I feel like you ever taking that step, you're gonna be good, bro. As long as you keep doing those type of things, or before every decision you make, you'll be good. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I got one experience I want from you that I want to know about.
What's
What
up?
was being on stream like with?
Oh
with
yeah,
Kai?
Kai
With
CENAT,
Kai,
yeah.
Now that
I'm sure you get this question a lot now.
Yeah, people who ask me about it, it was really through Rod, like Rod, because he's a streamer. You know, he's streaming, he's doing his thing, so Kai CENAT peeps him, he sees him. So Kai hit up Rod. Rod tells all of us to slide. So it was really through Rod. So while being it through Rod, it was like, yo, Speed right there, Kai CENAT, all these things, and I'm like, all these girls, and I'm like, yo. I ain't gonna lie, it's a clip in the back where the girl was kind of flirting with me and all that stuff. I'm like, yo.
I think I remember that. Somebody clipped that.
Yeah, somebody clipped that. I'm like, I was like, yo. And it was just like, yo. That night, everything, it was just like, Kai CENAT, you know, being in that crib, being in that environment, you know, it was fun. It was lit. I was like, bro, I'm looking at the people on the stream. I'm like, yo, that's a lot of people. I'm just like, yo, that's like, it's lit. It's still clips of that today of us dancing. I wasn't even dancing the best. I was kind of a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, because all those people was watching. So it'd just be like, I'm like, all right, I'm a little stiff on my dance moves, but still, it was just like, yo, I'm like, it was more so in the moment, just fun. It was like being with the guys.
Almost like a party.
Yeah, it was like a party, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say party. How can I break it down? it's like when you with the bros and it's like,
It's like when you're with the football team.
yeah, I guess yeah, you could say it like that. Like a sports team, we all just chilling, we lit after a game or something, just like we just having fun. And you got the cheerleaders, and they're having fun too. And all of us just having fun, we dancing. And then after that point, you realize he's a regular person. Now, everybody I met that's lit and famous, they're regular people. It's like anybody I come across with, and I'm just like, yo, you're more lit than me. You're a regular person, though. It's not even like some crazy, astonishing moment. It's like, I think in the moment, it's just regular, degular. It's lit. Like, you just chilling with the bros and guys. Seeing it after you've done everything on the clips and stuff, that's when it hits you. Like, yo, like yeah, that's the CENAT effect. We got clips of us dancing in this room that always goes viral, and every time somebody used like for like 2 years, 3 years straight, I'm just like, wow. People is like, that's a moment. Like, it's a history. And that's what I realized about, that's what he does, CENAT. It's really, in the moment, it's cool, it's fun, it's lit. It's really the after effect because of the clips and the streams. So it's like, everybody watches the streams. The little clips is what.
Most people probably watch.
Do you guys make money like off those clips? I've always wondered with streamers because so many people, like you could get
Still
millions of
clips,
clips.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I feel like I don't make the money off the clips. I don't know how the clips works. What I would say is the clips is like advertisement.
I guess, yeah, I see
But
that.
Kai
Yeah.
has a
Yeah.
whole team that does them. Like,
Yeah.
they take everything, try to
I'm
get
about
it
to say,
before
yeah.
other people can get it.
Yeah, streamers have like, I was gonna say that. I know they have like their people.
No, it's to the point where if you a CENAT clipper, you get paid. Like it's
Yeah.
a job to
Yeah.
clip CENAT stuff. I'll be real with you, like,
It's kind of like you're a marketer.
yeah, you're basically marketing his stuff for the whole world to see, and then at that point, because it goes so viral, there's going to be people who really engage to a stream, and then they're going to sub. So that's where the real money comes in.
Yeah.
People paying $100, or well, I don't know, I'm just throwing a number out there, just to sub and gifting him this, and it's like he get 10K thousand just for sitting on his $10,000. I said 10K thousand, wow, but $10,000.
I didn't even like run it by.
Yeah, $10,000, but just for like streaming for 3 hours. But when you get people like LeBron, it's like, okay, now it's like LeBron is on advertisement. How many people gonna want to see you sit with LeBron? Or his greatest NBA player, one or two, him and Michael Jordan. Which one? It's whoever you want to pick, honestly. So it's like, you got him on your stream. How many people gonna watch that? How many people gonna come and sub and pay? Because, it's the ads. So people are gonna pay to remove the ads. So they don't gotta watch the ads in the middle of the stream. They can just watch the stream full straight through. So now they're paying to get the ads removed. And all that money is going to you. So it's just like, that's where I think the streaming comes from, income comes from. It's so the social media is like advertisement and how to market yourself to get the money. Because every little thing you do is not always getting money. It's not always direct money. Like the clips of them, I don't get paid for being in the clip. But me being in the clip, you come see my page, you say I got music, now you listen to my music, now I get paid from that. So
You still get paid off of me because I know you said you kind of like cut all that side off for a little bit.
yeah, my music did well enough to a point where I got probably 8 songs with over 1 million plus streams. So now if I haven't dropped a real song since These Chicks Part 2, 2.5, so like that was last year, but all my music did well enough to the point where for the past year I haven't had to do nothing, and I was sued. So, but even after the lawsuit, my music, when I got my royalties, started getting back in action, it's still a big check every month. Like, it's not like, oh, what am I gonna do with this? It's like, oh, all right, I can go buy a house, I can go lock in and move to Colorado with my royalty checks.
Right.
So it's like I can buy 3-4 dogs and take care of them with my royalty check. So it's like, I won't say I'm the richest person, but I did enough of my music where I can take a break for a little bit and know I'm gonna be good because there's enough people who still listen to my music, and because of TikTok, and because how stuff like, I guess my music did good enough where these, I don't know, it be TikTok stuff, but TikTok era, I guess, where my song was going dumb viral for a certain point of time, and that's good enough to carry me for a couple years. That's like, bro, you get one big song, I promise you, you'll be good for maybe a year or two.
So
That's cool.
what you be doing on a daily though?
That's sick.
On a daily, now or one of old days? The old days, I probably was, it's too much free time.
Right.
Way too much free time. Now I got my dogs, so I be focusing on my dogs and stuff. Really focusing on God, locking in with Him on that, trying to get deeper on that connection with that. But for the most part, it's really just, how can I say it? For the most part, it's really just too much free time. Like on a daily, it's finding something to do.
Right. Well, I guess what I was really saying was like you don't like got a job, like you don't wake up,
Oh
go to
no,
no.
yeah.
You wake up and you stay in bed all day.
I could.
Yeah.
I could have days where I don't get up and do nothing. Now, is that productive? No. But that's the thing with the field I'm in. If I lock in for 6 hours and I make a hit song, that hit song could carry me to the point where I can have those days where like, all right, I'm taking a break. I just made a banger and it's going crazy. It's going viral. It's like the music's doing the work for me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it comes into play, where it's like, how much do you got in you if you're going to step in that lane? Like, even for me, like, how much do I got in me to keep going?
Right.
So that's really what, on the daily, it's like, it's a choice thing. Too much freedom, too much free time. That's why a lot of people like it, because it's like, I don't got to clock in a 9 to 5. I don't got to do that.
That's what I'm trying to get into, bro.
I mean, I know I'm gonna have to start that way, but I gotta work my way up because I started my own business and I'm gonna take it as soon as I can, you know. But for you, you've worked your ass off to get to where you are.
Yeah.
And like you said before you had God, like you might have done some of the wrong things. You still worked for it. So in a way, God's kind of letting you know that you've achieved it.
I did not look at it like that until now, but that's a great perspective to put it. Because, you know, for me, I used to be like, man, I was living in sin. But I was still putting the work in. Even when, and that's the beautiful thing about God, I can say. Even in my life of sin, even me ignoring Him and doing all this, I was still putting the work in. And, like, He probably got my attention now. Yeah, He got my attention, but He still allowed me to benefit
Off of your past.
off of my past. So it's like, that's the forgiveness side of Him, though.
Right, exactly.
So that's
That
the
is
beautiful
actually, for somebody in my perspective, like that is a fire. Like I like how y'all just connected that shit right there.
Yeah.
Cause I'm more on the, and this is like last episode too, where I was saying like I believe in God. I don't deny, and I don't deny that He's there to help all that. But like I feel like most of the time it's just like, and I just apply this to like my everyday life too, where I just feel like if I can do it, if I can handle it, there's no need for me to reach out to anybody else, including God, you know? And again, there's no disrespect to nobody or Him Himself. It's just, I just feel like I could do that, you know? Now, if I need it, like, sure, I'll call somebody right quick and then get the help that I need. But most of the time, I'm doing it myself.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with thinking like that. I always say, even in that mindset, God is still with you. Even when you don't acknowledge Him, He's still there. Because I know what I've been through. I know the times where I'm like, yo, I was at the club. They was getting shot at. No bullets hit me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I was at the club. I was around gangbangers at a point in time. I'm still, you know. But no, basically, I always say, even if you don't acknowledge Him, He's still there, whether you acknowledge Him or not. And I always say, God ain't gonna always do it for you. You gotta meet Him halfway. So even you still putting the work in, that's still what I had to do, even if I do believe in God. It's like, I'll pray for something, but if I don't put the work in to get the prayer answered, what am I gonna do? Sometimes it's like people pray and expect a miracle to come out the air. I'm not saying it's not possible, it's God, but it's like maybe the miracle is you getting out the house and go walk something, and then you come across somebody like, oh, this opportunity. So even if you don't acknowledge Him or not, He's still there. Whether you like this and that. Like a lot of people, you know, the heavy ones are the ones that obey. They okay, you're doing too much. Even if you choose to acknowledge it or not, he's still there with you at all times. And it's just like whether you go to him every day or whenever you in need, I say he's never gonna leave you, abandon you. He's always gonna answer when the time's in need. So it's just like, just keep going, keep putting the work in. Cause at the end of the day, in the Bible says we still gotta put work. It don't say you sit on your butt. Like I'll be real with you. In the Bible, if you're lazy, that could lead you to hell.
Right.
It's in the Bible, so it's like, don't be lazy. You still gotta get up and get on your own. Like, yeah, that's in the Bible. That's what a man has to do. So you gotta put the work in. You gotta work the field. So it's like, work your crops, just collect your harvest, do what you gotta do, and all those things, and you shall reap benefits of your labor.
Right.
And that's what I was telling you last time. Like, even, you remember, it was the clip that he did. You have to put the work in, and you have to really be there, because you can put it up to God, like I do every morning. I put it up to God every morning. Even if I'm not asking him for his help, I'm like, if I do need you and I don't realize it, you're there, you know?
Mm-hmm. So basically, I don't even know. I can't even, cause like I'm still in my mom's. I feel like until I have like some crazy eye-opening situation like you, I feel like I'm still gonna have that mindset of just like I'm doing it, you know?
You can always pray for it. I bet you. Like, same with me. I said, show me you're real. Now, you could really pray, like, God, I want to know if you're real or not. Give me signs. Say, like, you could ask for like a specific sign, like, yo, have a blue bird come fly near my face or something. And then watch you randomly. You probably forget that you prayed for that. It's not going to happen right away. Probably happen like a week later. You just see a blue bird flies laying right in front of you. And it's like, it might click, it might not click. But it's like, you could really pray for things like that. Really ask him to reveal himself to you. Like, God, I want to know if you're really not. Reveal yourself to me. He might do it through the supernatural side. You might have some dreams, or it might just be like a message from somebody, a random stranger that you never met before, just coming to you like, yo, do you believe in God or something like that? And you be like, and then it's like, you remember that prayer. That's how it was for me. I'm like, well, I just remember that prayer. Now it's getting answered in front of my eyes. And it's like, you be like a little crazy, shocked at first, but then it's like, hey, I guess that's God, because I prayed in my head and nobody heard it except for God, but it just got answered.
My one friend always says, like, you don't even realize, but you're living in answered prayers that you've prayed before. Like, she said that, and I was like, yeah, there's been so many times where I'm on my knees crying, begging God to make the situation change, and God works on his own timing. Like, I've had signs before in my life, a long time ago, that were instant, like legit instant signs right away. But then other times it would literally be 9 months later, like 10 months later, and you're living in the answered prayer that seemed the most outlandish at the time. But just look around. You know what I mean? That's where the faith comes in, because people, they'll forget about that prayer and then just completely forget about their entire relationship with God. But if you maintain the faith, not just for weeks, for months, or anything like that, but years, you can genuinely see your entire life change because of the Lord.
No, that's facts, because even with me, bro, I swear, like, the journey I've been on, like, bro, if I told you, like, 3 weeks ago I was camping in the woods because I had 3 dogs, and the people I was staying with wanted me to get rid of my Corso because he barked so much. And I was like, you know what? I got my tent. I'm going to the woods. And then next thing you know, and this was like, reason why I was in this situation, not because I wasn't getting money. I burned through, I get a monthly check. So when I burn through my money, I'm broke. So I was like, man, I helped this person, help that person, but now I got nothing. I'm not mad at it. I help people, I bless other people. I'm just going to wait for God to now bless me. And it's like, now I'm moving into my own house. It's like
It's like a new life.
It's a new life. It's like, okay, I blessed everybody, and now I'm receiving my blessing. And my blessing was, I got approved, and I can 3-bedroom, and it's like, it's nice. It's enough yardage for my dogs, and it's like, that's just the next step, because I'm really trying to buy land. I want to buy like 10, 15 acres. Colorado has the cheapest land prices right now. Like Colorado's like I can get 5 acres for $5K. It's like 5 acres of land is a lot. Now if I go,
That is crazy.
That's incredible. That's
so
insane.
it's like that's the real reason why I'm in Colorado, and it's
Okay.
just like I'm really looking to scout the land that's out there. But it's like, bro, I'm just like where I've been at in life, getting closer with God made me get closer with nature. It made me realize like, wow, we living off these things and we built this stuff up in the world, but I'm like, are we supposed to be living like this? It's like, are we supposed to be doing this? It's like, is it just we live in the world so much that we been blinded by how we really supposed to be living?
What God
Money.
made, not just humans made. What God made.
Yeah.
Well, you said blinded. We're blinded by money.
Yeah.
The world is created around money, but that's not what God intended.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. If money never existed and we all were binded together with God, right? We wouldn't need buildings. And if we did, it wouldn't be like this. It would be touching the space. It would be touching the moon if we could build all one person as one person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just sad.
Yeah, and it's just, money, the love of money is the root of all evil. And it's like, I see a lot of people, especially in the industry, everybody loves money. Like, I used to be that person. Money, money, money. It's the only thing. I need money to do this and need money to do that. I realized if I knew how to grow my own crops, I wouldn't have to buy food. If I knew how to slaughter my own animals, I wouldn't be trying to go to the grocery stores. If I knew how to make my own clothes, I wouldn't be spending money to buy clothes. Now, I don't have those skills because we have gotten lazy and stopped putting the work in, and we rely on money. It's like, I wouldn't even say lazy because I guess I'm not even gonna say lazy because you still got to work to get money.
Right.
But
You have to have money to do things.
Yeah.
But chasing the money is not what you want.
yeah, so it just like I realized I'm like during times were old before it got like this. What did people do? They grow their own food. They did that. They had flocks of sheep and herd their cattle and all those things, and they would slaughter cattle for meat, and they would harvest their grain for like their foods and stuff and make all that stuff. And I'm just like, we do that, but we rely on one person to do it. They do the work for us, and then we just spend our money on it. And it's like, it's a monopoly now. It's a business. This country is a business. I look at like United States is a business.
Especially the United States. Yeah. Everything's created around people making money. Like, you go to college in any other country, you don't have to pay for it.
It's to the point where it's like the amount of money I make decides if I live in a safe neighborhood or not. I'm poor. I gotta live in the slums and the trenches where now I gotta face other things. If this person gonna rob me, I'm gonna get caught in the crossfires. Versus if I'm a millionaire, I'm out the way. But it's like, how many people get to being a millionaire? It's unrealistic. It's like, I was looking at people like, yo, you a millionaire. If you wasn't born with it, I'm like, how'd you get there? Like, what did you do? Like, what did you sacrifice? Like, it's something that you had to give up to get to that money.
Right.
It's something, or some people, it's not even that. It's not everybody. Some people are just extraordinarily blessed where they just locked on a passion and God blessed them and they just benefit from the blessings that they sowed.
And he usually uses them to preach that.
Yeah.
So what is your goal then? Like, what are you trying to reach? You trying to just get comfortable? Or you want to get, I wouldn't say want to say luxury, but like have enough where you can live luxury, but choose not to. Like,
Or
what's the goal?
Find your purpose within God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like really finding my purpose. I think I know my purpose, but for me, this is how I look at it. I said, I pray for. I said, give me the ability to have land to give community for other people. Like, I'm not gonna be selfish with my land. I'll be like, I'm not a person, me with God now. It's like, I want to help people. I really do. Now, to be in a position to help people, I got to get there. I got to put the work in. I don't mind putting the work in to help other people. I got a prayer book. I wrote like 5 prayers. I said, put me in a place to be stable enough to help others.
Mm-hmm.
One of my prayers I wrote down. And it's just, Like, say if I get all this land, it's like that's a lot of land for one person. That's selfish. Nah. Hey, I don't care. You don't gotta pay no taxes. It's my land. You're a good person. Build a house. That's your spot over there. I give you a little piece of land right there. Go build your house and live right there. And I'm not gonna make you cause you to pay taxes. It's my land. I own it. You feel me? It's like community. It's like having all those land. I got dogs. I always used to want to make my own dog breed. So it's like that's something that I'm getting into now. That's why I got 5, 6 dogs. Well, I only got 3, but Colorado, I'm collecting 2 more. But it's like that's why dogs are heavy. It's like grow my own food. It's like I'm tired of. I want to be healthier. The food I eat, I know it's not healthy for me.
Preservatives.
That food in America, I promise you, it's the reason why we all so sick, get cancer and all that stuff. It's what we put inside our bodies that's messing us up. And I keep intaking it. And it's like, I'm like, man, I got it. But it's like, it's the only thing I know. So it's like, how do I stop? I got to make a change in my life. I can't grow no crops out here right now where I'm at in this setting. I gotta go to a place where there's a bunch of land and I can just like, all right.
Right.
I never did it before, but I'm gonna learn. And sometimes you gotta throw yourself out there and just really, I always say, throw yourself into the fire so you can be refined. And it's like a lot of people scared to take that leap of faith, but since I got so locked in with God, I'm like,
You know he's got you.
He got me. And because I know He's got me even through this walk, I'm like, yo, I was just camping in the woods, and 3 weeks later, I'm moving in my own house. I'm like, that ain't nothing but God, because I just had nothing. Then I got my check for my royalties, and now I got more than what I probably ever had in my whole life.
Wait, so you camping like homeless, camping in the woods?
I was, no, real rap. No, that's real.
Oh, dead ass.
Like, no,
I thought you were talking about like a camping trip.
No, like, bro, they wanted me to get rid of my dog, my Cane Corso, because he barked so much.
I didn't know they wanted to get rid of it. I thought you just got away to get away.
I was like, no, bro. I'm like, man. I'm like, y'all can't wait till like November where I get my check and I can get my own spot. They were like, no, it's like they gonna call the cops. And it's like, we ain't dealing with that. So I took a leap of faith. I said, you know what? God got me. So I was in the woods like 5 days, and then somebody blessed me with a motel for 2 weeks. I was in the motel for 2 weeks. And then in the span of 2 weeks in the motel, I got my check. And there was somebody else who was helping me, a friend. Was like, yo, we about to just go to Colorado. And I'm like, pray to God about it. Don't take my word for it. Go to God about it. And it was like, I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm about to go to Colorado with you. So me and this friend, we are going to Colorado, and we just got a house with a front fence yard and a back fence yard. And it's like, they got a Cane Corso. I got a Cane Corso. I got a male. They got a female. I just got another dog that's waiting for me when I get there. And it's like, we gonna lock in. I said, I'm gonna get back on my music stuff now that it's like, I pray for stability. For a minute, for the past year of my life, for going through a lawsuit and not having no money and just getting money, my first check really back in August, but that wasn't a real check. I didn't get my real check until September. All those things I was going through, it was like, imagine not having nothing. But I just realized every day I had food to eat. My dogs had food to eat, whether it came from me. Like, I had nothing. I had to rely on other people. That was hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
That was a humbling experience, like an ego death. Like, yo, I got my songs going viral, people dancing to it. They think I'm all of this, and I know I'm going through the hardest struggle in my life right now. Only God got me through it. So it was time, bro. It was time I wanted to kill myself. I'll be real with you. Like, it was times I'm crying, bawling out. I'm like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like I'm defeated. Like, I don't feel like myself. So it's just going through those hard times, even with people listening to my music and then me being open up about it, and then they laughing at me thinking I'm off my rocker. I'm like, okay. Like, then I started reading that Bible verse, the world hatred, John chapter 15, verse 18 to 23. It's like, the world hates you. Remember, hated me first. They persecuted me, so they will persecute you. They didn't listen to me, so they're not gonna listen to you. So it's like I realized, yeah, the world did hate him first. Jesus was the perfect man, and yet they killed him. So it's like I'm not perfect. I still sin. There's times where I get angry. I gotta repent and ask for forgiveness. But he was perfect, and they did that to him. What do you think they're gonna do to me? If I'm so hardcore, like, yeah, I'm 100% God. You feel me? Like, and sometimes I just had to, like, I learned a lot on my walk, and me learning a lot on my walk. Walk by faith, not by sight. I did things that, what? 2 years ago, asked me why I ever go to the woods. Man, you
Go to what?
tripping? Huh?
Go to where?
Go to the woods. Tripping. I'm like, yeah, you're crazy. Like, what? You off it. Now, look, I did it. And now I'm about to move in my own house. And I'm just like, that really ain't nothing but God. Like, it's nothing but God. For me, what I've been through, from my perspective, from my point of view, I know God doing this big one on me because it's just, I stopped smoking. I couldn't, stop smoking. I thought I was going to be smoking until I died. I thought I was going to be one of those Snoop Dogg type of guys. You feel me? Like, oh, yeah, I'm about to start my own cannabis and stuff, like really invest in that. I did a complete 180 once I gave my life to God. I just gave it up. I'm like, nah, I can't. It's not good for me. It's doing something to me in a bad way. Maybe I'm not built for it. I don't know. Some people do better with it than others. Now, for a long time, I was doing good with it until life got hard. And then once life got hard, it wasn't helping no more. It became more of a holding me back. And now it's like, I'm in a space where I'm like, bro, I'm moving to my own crib, bro. I keep saying that because it's like, for the longest time as an artist, I was on a get up and go. I was in this city. Sometimes I was in New York for a little bit. Maybe I was in Atlanta. Maybe I was back in Philly. Maybe I was in LA. Maybe I was out in Houston. So stability-wise, it's B&Bs. I was a heavy B&B'er. So having my own spot now, it's like, I gave my life to God. Now I got my own spot. I got a prayer. I wanted to be stable, stability. I'm about to have stability. It's like my own rules. I don't got to obey nobody else. It's my rules now. And it's like, I don't got to worry about somebody like, oh, we got to get rid of the dog. He barking too much. I don't got to worry about none of that. It's like, I pray for that. I locked in with God for 5-6 months. I went through the phase of, I guess, just being humbled.
Detaching. It's like purgatory, but on earth.
Yeah, and it's just, now I'm about to receive my blessings, and it's like, I don't know what's waiting for me in Colorado. I'll be real with you. I don't know. I just know God got me, and it's just
That's faith.
faith.
So what
Do
was
you-
the? My bad, bro. Go ahead.
Oh no, mine's actually super quick. I was just gonna say, do you think you're still gonna do music in Colorado?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Or are you gonna completely shift your life around?
I feel like I'm going to do music because I realized it was a gift from God that I can use my voice.
God-given talents. There's something about that. I forget. I learned a while ago.
I relate because I don't know. You know my TikTok, I guess too, right? Because we same thing.
Yeah.
Just I'm not as big as you, but
No, you good, bro.
I stopped doing that. I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, because I felt like what I was doing wasn't providing, or at least in the way I was doing it, wasn't providing purpose to another person's life. They were just watching and then scroll. I felt like if they're watching just to scroll, then what am I really doing to support somebody else's life or spread a message of God if it's just dancing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you could I always say, you put God first in your dancing, you could probably find a way to push the message through your dancing. I seen a couple of your videos, bro. I be laughing at it, bro. It's like, yo, you do something enough. You do, like I always say, sometimes it be us overthinking it so much to not realize I'm like, David danced. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
The one who knocked down Goliath, he danced for the Lord. So it's like, don't think that because you not dancing, you can't dance for him. So it's like, always just, it's more so about, that's why I kind of took a break from music. My music was about being high, lustfulness, all those things. I'm like, I can't make those songs anymore. Now, am I going to make a full-blown gospel song? Probably not. But I can make testimony songs. I could sit here and talk about I've been through some stuff in my walk with God where I could be like, I can implement that without having to say a cuss word, but still have the same cadence of how my old songs were. Like still have me in it and still give my praise and acknowledge him in my songs without being full-blown gospel. Because it's like, just because it's not a full-blown gospel, that's where I was really struggling with music. I'm like, should I be a gospel artist? But I'm like, in the studio, I'm like, I don't know. It's not me, but maybe me spreading the gospel is just me telling my testimony through my music. Maybe that's how I spread the gospel.
And maybe even not all your songs are about God. Like they could just be regular songs, but not directed towards God, or you can hint at God. You could choose to do it however you want, as long as you're not doing something like promoting lustful thoughts and things like that.
Yeah, because I know a couple, and the genre of music that I listen to is really stereotyped, like heavy with being satanic and whatever against God. I'm not gonna lie, like some of it is, but also a lot of it is more because I've listened to some where they're literally in the song like they'll be questioning God. It's not like, fuck you, it's more like I'm going basically your situation. Let's just say they're going through your situation and they're just like, I'm going through this. Why is it me? Why am I going through this? There's one, I can't remember the name of the song, but I remember the name of the band. Whereas basically it's a dude, he's in the song. If you're not really paying attention, it's like, oh, it's just a guy singing, screaming. But like, he's like arguing. So one day I just, for whatever reason, like my senses just tuned into the lyrics like crazy. And I was like, what is bro actually saying? So he's like arguing with somebody, and I could hear that he's arguing with somebody, and then it'll turn into the screaming section. And I'm like, well, what the hell's going on? So I'm listening to it because it's on fire. But then I'm like, all right, well, let me actually see what the dude's saying when he's screaming these lyrics. The whole time, the screaming vocals, he's speaking in the point of view of God. So while he's singing all angelic and melodic and all that, he's really sitting there going, fuck you, I don't believe in you, I'm going through this shit, and you're not doing nothing. And then when he's screaming, it's like, well, now I'm God. Well, he isn't God, but like he's in the point of view of God going like, I'm making you go through these things because you're losing your way, things like that. You're losing your way. You need to come back to me, find me, find your faith and all that. So forgot where I was going with this, but basically it's like my music that I listen to, it's very versatile, and it's very people like to stereotype it a lot and say that it's demonic and all of this, but really it's just people that's trying to either find their faith or people that question the ways of Christians, how hateful that they can be, and all of that. And damn, bro, where was I going? I was trying to connect it to your shit.
Nah.
But basically that's all it is that. It's back and forth.
I can respect that.
That's what I was trying to get at. And there are some bands that really make music. There's one, the band is called Flyleaf. Don't remember the name of the song, but it's in the song it sounds like she's singing lustfully, like she just trying, she wants this man, whatever. But like really it's like, again, if you really know the band and what their motives is, and it's like, oh, she's actually singing about God. Like she could feel the air around her, and that's the presence of God. And it's like he's in the air that she's breathing. Like it's all that, and it's about God. It's about religious, but it's like it's left up for interpretation. So you probably already figured out what your motive is for your music, but I feel like if that's the route you're gonna go, I feel like it should be like that. Like it should be left for interpretation. Like what your motive is, and art should always, for me, should be subjective. So I could listen to it and think, oh, he's talking about some girl that he been wanting for like the past year or so. But then you got somebody else who's like, nah, I really get the message. You know what I mean? Like I like that. I like music like that because it's really versatile. But at the end of the day, like it's it opens the eyes to the people that's really trying to listen to it and really trying to understand that. So I think for me, when you go back into music, I think that's something to think about. It's just, you know what I mean?
I might take that suggestion. And I ain't even gonna lie, even with you explaining the song, that I've been real, like, I can relate to that. There's been times where God, what is you doing? Why me? Why I gotta go through this? I'm over here looking at other people. They all happy with God. I'm over here crying my eyes out. Like, what's going on? Like, why is my walk so difficult? Or why is this? I'm comparing myself. You're not supposed to compare yourself to nobody. But it's like, I'm over here like, yo. There's been times where I said, God, leave me alone. Like, I'm tired. Like, no, bro, I don't want this. I'm like, I was better off before I gave my life to you. It made me feel like that whole time. It's just, it gets hard, I read the book of Job. It's a book called Job, and it's like, that book right there, God killed his kids. He took his land. He took everything just to test him. Literally. Wow, he was going through the hardest time in his life. God was bragging about him to heaven because he's going to remain faithful through it all. Like, even though, I just killed it. I took his kids away from him. I took everything. I took his land. I took his riches. I took his friends away. Everybody was like, no, you must have did something wrong because why God want to punish you like this? Whole time it's just to test his faith. Just to see, will you keep your eyes on me even through the storm? So it's like, I realize going through hard times is just, even with your song, like, yo, you explaining that way. It's like, the reason why I'm saying this right now, because it's like, even when you explaining that song, it's like, oh yeah, I know how that feels. Like, I know how that feels to sit there and be like, why me, this and that. Like, bro, you feel me? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do for you. I'm trying to be obedient. I'm trying to live by your words. I'm trying to do this and all those things. And then it's like, I feel like I'm being punished. I'm not being punished. I'm being tested. I'm being refined. I'm being humbled. I'm being shaped into the person he called me to be so I can be better than I was yesterday. And it's just, even with the Christianity thing, I'm not a really whole religious guy. I'm a relationship guy. I'm like, even with you, like you said, your song, it sounds demonic and satanic, but the message, I don't know, that sounds like a very real, honest message about God. It's like, I always say God wants us to be honest. A lot of people go to him acting like he don't know how you already feel. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, go curse at God. No, I'm saying if you feel like you really going through some hard times, let it out. If anybody's gonna understand it, it's gonna be him. He ain't gonna ever let you go. He's gonna give you mercy. He's gonna, you feel me? It's like, he wants you to be honest. So if that's how you feel, let it out. I've let it out multiple times, and I can say he's still blessing me. He still got me. If I felt like, okay, I apologize, because I'm like, okay, I just really said all that to God. I prayed and I said that to God. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, please forgive me, but it's like, I'm trying to understand something that I can't understand. And it's just like, with that, understanding that, even with the take on the music, it's like, that's real, bro. So it's like, even Jews, like, yeah, a lot of people box God in to, oh yeah, it gotta be like this if you praising God. Music gotta sound like this, gotta sound like gospel music. Not realizing there's a lot of songs that are really based off of God, but they can't receive the message because it don't fit the world's image to what it's supposed to look like. And I'm like, who says? I'm like, in the Bible, God used sinners. Jesus went to sinners. He didn't go to the righteous. He went to the sinners first. He used sinners to show the power of him, because he took the worst of the worst and made them these people that, are reborn through him. So it's like, if this is like, I don't box God in. Like, even my music, like, I know my music won't sound like a gospel song. It won't sound holy. It's not. But I know my message behind it is God. Like, it's God. Like, I know why I'm writing these lyrics, whether it's gonna go over people's head or not. I know it's God. Like, I know, because it's just, you gotta, same way God wrote the Bible in parables, same way he had anointed people to write the Bible in parables, and you gotta really read off of his understanding to understand the word. God don't always give it to you right in front of your face. Sometimes you gotta receive the message. You gotta really open your ears. The way you just open your ears with that song. It's like you heard the message of God through the most untraditional way. If anything, that more lines up to God than most people do with. Like you had to go off of his understanding without you probably even realizing it. You probably went off his understanding, like, yo, he's really talking about God. That maybe God opened your ears up to hear that message through that song, because that's the music you listen to. I know God gonna communicate with you the way whatever best works for you was best works for you, what's best works for me was best works for you. He ain't gonna make you go to the place where it's gonna shut your ears off. No, he gonna get you. He gonna lead you to the place that's gonna make your ears open up to hear him.
That's valid. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know that. Like at the time, now they're hearing it coming out your mouth. Like I guess at that time it was a sign, cause like it's a song and it's a band that I listened to since I was like middle school. And one day I'm just working Best Buy outlet, just cutting open appliances and whatever. And then that song comes on, and I that's the time where I actually just tuned in, just straight like, yo, what is bro actually talking about? I took, like I said, I took the time out to go through. Like I'm listening to him sing because I could hear him, I could hear his voice. But when it goes down to the, the screaming vocals, I looked up the lyrics and I'm reading it. I'm like, yo, that's actually deeper than I thought it was. So like you said, I guess it was God trying to open up my ears.
Yeah, and he gonna communicate in ways that it might be unorthodox to the world, but it's how you gonna receive the message. And I always like, yo, that's what I learned even with my walk. Like a lot of religion creates division and is man-made, and I'd be like, didn't Jesus go against the Pharisees and religious teachers? Like I'm like, he went against religion, but yet we are sitting here falling so deep into religion. I'm like, are we missing the plot? Are we missing the point? I'm like, is it relationship? I say it's relationship over religion. Whatever religion you believe, I'm not going to judge you. As long as I always say, you believe he's your savior, he died on the cross for your sins, or you born through him, you good in my book. I'm not going to be able to really sit there and judge you unless it's like righteous judgment, which is written in the Bible and stuff like that. But it's like, to sit here and say God won't talk to you through the music you listen to, I can't say that. I'm not going to tell you like, oh, stop listening to that. God might got you. You seem like you got a message from God through one of your songs, and it's like I can relate to that message because I literally sat there and like, why you put me through this and that stuff, and you telling he's talking to a guy like, oh, this and that. That's real. Like I don't think you realize that's written in the Bible. It's a scripture. I can't tell you, but that's kind of like it's written in the Bible, the book of Job. It's like he put you through this to refine you, to put you through the fire and all that stuff to build you back up to the person that he needs you to be. So that's a whole message from God through that song. That's not even a traditional gospel song.
Right.
Thank you for like everything that you said today, because like
That was awesome.
it was so
Appreciate
beneficial
that.
in so many ways, professionally, and also I don't know, I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but I definitely had a lot of realizations about faith, and like through you, Holy Spirit speaks through people. So
I'm happy, man. That just made me smile, bro. I'm glad, because that means I'm doing something right.
definitely,
So I'm happy,
You
man.
continue to use your, I guess you could call it your power of where you came from, and relay it with God. It was great to meet you. Finally,
gang. I appreciate this, man. What's the podcast name?
Shy of Manhood.
Shy of Manhood. Appreciate y'all for having me. This is Elijah, a.k.a. used to be Brock. We out.
And then we walk out.
Come on. Okay, you're doing too much.